Hi, so this is my typical daily yoga practice. Um, I've been doing yoga for, I don't know, since late 1980, no, sorry, 1990 something. But I switched from bodybuilding to yoga practice and I go in and out of it. Sometimes I just go for a long time and then I get bored and then I stop. But lately, I've been doing it consistently as a daily practice for like 8 months or something. And I found it very therapeutic. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to prevent back pain, which I suffer from. And I also broke my collarbone. And I do it to support my neck because my neck is compromised because of my bone broken. Anyway, so I'm doing it really to keep myself in good shape and as a preventative, right? For someone who's had times where my back goes out completely and I can't move. I've had that lots of times happen to me. But since I've been doing this daily practice, I don't have that anymore. I haven't had a back blowout. Anyway, so recently I was introduced to this roller and I absolutely love it. And I'm going to show you a routine that I do with a roller. A lot of this I just came to me. I don't profess to be an expert or anything like that. I'm just sharing what I do. If it interests you, I recommend getting one of these if you have back pain, whether it's lower back pain, hip pain, mid back, shoulders, neck. Get one of these, and it's a firm roller, right? So it's called a roller. They come in different sizes. This is the longest one. It's about 3 feet. This is the one you want. And they also have squidgy ones. I don't recommend squidgy ones because you're going to get too accustomed to it. Like this one, you get used to it, and then it's addictive. Anyway, I'm going to start now. So I really like this. So this is like stepping on the roller for balance. Okay. So how long can you stay up here for? So I've gotten good at this. I only started doing it 3 days ago. I can pretty much, stay up here. So upright. Now, if you want to make it harder, bring your arms up. See, that's bringing up. Okay, so the next one is do it with the other leg, right? So I came up on this foot, that's my dominant side, my right side, coming on the other side. So the way to do it is really kind of push down, squish down, and just step up. Woo. It's fun. I'm going to try that again. Yeah, so it takes practice. Obviously, I'm better on my right side. It's really good for strengthening your ankles. And as we get older, balance starts to get compromised. I know so many people who are dizzy. Okay, so working on balance. Yeah. Now, the next one would be to stand in front of it and step back up onto it. Yeah, like that. Not as good today as I was yesterday. There we go. This way. See if you can stay here for like 3 breaths. I did it for 1. Alright, now the other side, so non-dominant foot. and then just step up. And it's like a bird on a perch. That's what I think of this pose or movement. Here we go. So finding my balance. Yeah. So try that. That's great. Right, now I'm going to come down to the floor and I'm going to roll my shins. I'm going to start with my shins, okay? So I come onto my knees and then, whoa, whoa. Yes, can you see that? I'm going to do it this way so you can see what I'm doing. Now, this is like a killer massage, okay? It's like having a very deep massage, and you can regulate your pressure by how much weight you apply to the roller, right? So you really want to put body weight, but if I really crouch down, it's more. If I come up, it's not as much. So if I do that, I feel it, but it's not crazy. But if I come down, and I do that, wow. It's incredible, actually, if you can just bear it. And then you'll build up tolerance. I come all the way to my ankles, the tops of my feet. Like you can go over specific areas if you want. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to my knees and up on my quads. And I'm exhaling as I'm doing that, coming up to my hips. Now, I really suggest trying this. Do it over your belly, your intestines. And then up to your chest. That's where I'm going to start. And I'm going to come up off it. Wow. That's really good. Now I'm going to try the other way. So I'm basically coming, with my hamstrings coming down, using my hands to, I know it looks awkward, but come down, see if I can, do my calves. Like that, like right there. So you can play around with this, but the idea is to compress your legs into the roller, right? So using the weight of your body, it's like a crazy massage. Whoa. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to come off the roller. And I'm going to have the roller this way, long ways. I'm going to sit at the end of it. And I'm going to come down vertebrae by vertebrae, right? So engaging the abs. Okay. So it's important, I feel, to have your head on the roller so you don't have your neck dangling, Okay, so here, I'm just gonna do a little side to side rocking motion just to push into either side of the spine. And then I'm going to extend my arms over my head. And then I'm going to take one leg extended and then the other one. Okay, so the lumbar is off the roller, slightly arched there. But this is a really incredible stretch. Stretching inside of the arms all the way up to the armpits. The armpits are open. Stretching the psoas. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my arms to the side, like slowly, right? And as I do it, I'm going to exhale. Move that out of the way. So my hands are now on the ground, gently. Chest is open. Inhale. Exhale. And then I'm going to bring my arms up. And then over the top of my head and sweep up again. So having this really nice sweeping motion, circular. Arms are extended but not locked. And then when I get to here, I'm going to reverse it. So reversing the movement. So I do that about 5 times. Feels really good. Just feels good. And then if I do that, like, you know, dropping one arm and then the other, just gently, not a lot. That seems to open up the stretch more. Okay. Now I'm going to bring my feet up. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to press my lower back into the roller. And as I do that, I exhale and I'm pressing my belly button into the roller, into my spine. And then I'm going to come back down and then come up again. I roll that back down. But as I come back down, I'm conscious of every part of my back on the roller. Like I'm not just dropping. I'm controlling it with my abs. I'm going to do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, now I'm going to bring my one leg up and the other leg up. So now we have the roller this way. Just going to adjust my mat. I'm going to have my bricks on hand. Actually, put them over there. All right. So I'm going to start low down, extend my legs. Actually, let me do it this way. Lowering down. There we go. So like right where my tailbone is, that's where I have the roller. So this is a really nice passive stretch. The psoas is getting opened up. The intestines are kind of get some space in there, like the lower intestines. And like what I do is I breathe in and I just focus on my intestines, just having some room. Neck is soft. So everything is relaxed right now. It's getting a really nice stretch. And now I'm going to stabilize the roller with my hands and bring my legs up. And I'm going to come into plow. So I'm using the roller as a way to leverage myself. But I'm really being aware of my neck. I don't want to crunch it. I want my neck to be extended. This feels really good. So I'm getting a lower back stretch, hamstrings, calf. I'm going to roll slowly back onto the roller and just come up a little higher. What I want to do too, I want to get on one end of the roller here, because I'm going to do a twist here. So I'm going to drop to the side slowly. So I'm using my abdominals and my obliques to come down slowly onto the roller. There. And I'm going to extend my left arm out. Now you could do this with your knees bent if you like. I want to get as much weight on the roller to get a compression in pressure onto my IT band. So I'm using the roller to really get in and release the tension there in my IT band. And I'm also opening up my chest and extending into a twist to the left. So I'm going to take 3 breaths here. I'm going to come back up slowly. Okay, and I'm going to lift up and I'm going to bring the roller to the other side. And then I'm going to come down slowly. Like a drawbridge. I'm breathing the whole time. Okay, here we go. Landing onto the roller and then letting the weight go into the roller. Okay, so the camera went off and you missed the whole like shoulder blades part, which was basically was coming up higher here underneath the shoulder blades, using the block as a headrest. So I'm doing an abbreviated version because the camera's stopped working. Okay, but I'm doing this sweeping motion, right? So you're getting under your shoulder blades. It should feel really good, like just coming up like this in circular motions. I'm using this as a prop because I don't want my head just hanging down because my neck is compromised. So you need to, adapt it to what works for you, right? And then I basically stayed like this for a long time with passive arms. And then, you can rock a little bit here too. Like you're massaging your back, and when you do that, getting out all those kinks. Okay, so the next one is coming up for the neck, right? So bringing the roller up higher, and okay, I'm going to bring this to the side so that you can see, because this is a really, really good one, for me anyway. And I'm just putting my soles of my feet together because that's a really nice stretch in here as well, and I may as well get a stretch in my legs. All right, so my occiput is firmly into the roller. My arms are just resting. And I'm just going to do little micro movements from side to side. So there's two ridges on each side of your occiput. And in cranial sacral, we stimulate those with a hold. And it helps to regulate the cerebral spinal fluid that runs up and down your spine. It's kind of almost like a pump action. And it feels incredible. So I'm really letting my head drop into the roller. I feel the pressure on each side. And as I exhale, I sink deeper into it. And then going the other way. This is gonna help you in so many ways. Like I feel it behind my eyes. Like not in a bad way, like in a good way. So really surrendering to the roller. Should be no tension in your neck at all. No tension in your jaw. Okay, so now I'm going to come to center. I could spend all day doing that. It just feels so good. And now I'm going to do a twist here with the head, right? So I'm going to go all the way now. So rolling all the way. And I'm feeling the pressure on the roller. So every part of this movement, I'm feeling, my awareness is there. My awareness is where my neck meets the roller. And I'm going to go as far as I can go. If I start feeling tension in my legs, I know that like my body's trying to resist, right? So I'm aware of that. I'm aware of any tension in my body. All right, so now I'm extending all the way, all the way, all the way. So I get to my edge. And I want to take 3 breaths there. Now coming up, slowly making my way to the center. Again, feeling every part of this movement on the roller, how my neck meets the roller. And really surrendering to that. Now I'm going to bring it to the other side, slowly. And go as far as I can go. Okay, I'm at my edge there, here, and I'm consciously relaxing in here because I started to feel my legs tense. So I'm breathing, exhaling out all the tension, and sinking deeper into this stretch. Okay, now I'm going to make my way back to the center slowly. Alright, now I'm back to the center. That feels amazing. I bring my knees up. So my neck is feeling a little sensitive, so I'm going to just come off of the roller in a way that doesn't jar my neck. So I think I'm just going to roll to the side like this and then push up with my arm. So. There's a couple more things with the roller I wanted to show you that I use them for. So I'm going to use my blanket as a little lift to bring my seat up a bit, because I'm not a great person to sit cross-legged. Alright, so I'm starting up tall, and then I'm going to use the roller to help me ease down, and I'm just going slowly, so I'm hinging from the hips, I'm exhaling, using the roller to like assist me going deeper into this pose than I normally would, and it also takes pressure off my legs because it gets a little height here. And then when I get to my edge, I'm going to drop my head and just really drop into this fold and exhale. And then I'm going to come back up. So I'm using the roller to come back up. And changing the position of my legs, so crossing them the other way. Starting really upright, shoulders are down. And then coming into a forward fold. So some people are naturally really bendy and they can just collapse into this, no problem. Like, I'm not like that. I've come a long way by just doing this daily. Like, I've really been able to come further down towards the floor. Okay, so here's my edge. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to drop my head. And I'm going to come up. I'm going to use the roller to come up. And then unravel my legs. Now I'm going to come into this camel pose, right? It's essentially a back bend, but I'm going to use assistance. I'm going to do it this way so that you can see what I'm doing. I have this up near my head because I want to prop my head. And I'm going to use the roller as a little support, alright? So some people can do this no problem without the props, but and I really like this pose, but it just kills me if I do it, without any props. So I figured a way to use the roller. So come down on my elbows, and then I'm going to come to the roller and then use the brick my head, and I'm going to adjust. I got the roller kind of high up mid-back, like it's not on my lumbar. If I was to put it on my lumbar, it would be a deeper stretch, and I may do that as I breathe into this right now. So I'm getting a massive quad stretch. Sorry, I said it was, what did I say it was? Camel pose. It's saddle pose. This is saddle pose. I'm going to do camel pose next. I'm going to bring this brick to the next level down. And I'm gonna bring the roller there to my lower back. Whoa, and that's a lot deeper now, so feeling that. I don't want to fight this pose. I want to sink into it. If you're grating your teeth or you're clenching your jaw, that's fighting it. Don't do that. Back off. Okay, so I think that's my limit. I'm going to use the roller to come back up. I'm going to push my hands into my feet to bring myself up like that, so my lower back is not stressing out. And then I'm going to come into child's pose to counter that pose. So my forehead is directly on the ground. Coming out of child pose, now I'm going to do that camel pose I talked about before. And yeah, I actually don't need the roller for that, or the block. It's basically, I'm going to start like this, and then my toes are up, alright? So you get a really nice stretch in the soles of your feet, and I'm just coming back, straight back, just a little, just to get that stretch in my feet. Also here, engaging these muscles, quads. I'm going to do it again. And then I'm going to grab my heels and go into the back bend. Coming out of that. So if I hadn't done all those neck stretches and stuff, I would never have been able to do that. Alright, I'm going to come back into child's pose. So this time I've got my hands extended in front of me. You can do it either way. And now I'm coming up onto all fours. I'm going to do cat and cow. So I'm going to start with cat. So I'm exhaling, pushing my belly button up to my spine, releasing my head. Exhaling out. Dropping my tailbone. Just relaxing that. And then coming up into cow. Pushing into the hands, looking up, rolling the eyes upward, drop the jaw. Exhale into cat. Drop the head. And then just do several of these on your own. Here, I'm going to go into a squat. So feet are slightly turned out. And my feet are fully planted on the ground. And I've just released, you release your tailbone down into in between, so you just drop. And I'm using my arms to help me come up straighter, more erect in my spine. And then what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go into crow. So, I haven't done this for a while, but I'm going to put my hands in front, come up on my toes, find my balance, lift my feet, bring my feet together, take 3 breaths. And then come back down. So if your wrists are weak, I wouldn't do it. That was kind of a lot for my wrists, but I want to show you a stretch that I learned from someone who I went climbing with, indoor climbing. And it's this. You just turn your hand the other way, upwards, and there, look, just do a little rocking. That feels so good. So that's a really nice stretch in there in the back of your hand and in the wrist. So it counters this right position I'm in with that hand. Okay, now I'm going to come to here. And I suggest doing a Shavasana. I'm just going to put my timer on for 3 minutes so that I can integrate all of those stretches, everything I did today. I just focused on the roller. I didn't do much else today. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to do more strength poses and maybe a little less on the roller. But I wanted to show you, that. So I'm going to put my timer on for 3 minutes. Here we go. And I really suggest, if you've been doing this with me, take 3 minutes, okay? Ooh. And then I'm going to bring my shoulders down, my hands are slightly out, my head is relaxed, my feet are turned out, I'm fully relaxed, so I'm just gonna let everything drop and relax. So I'm going to raise my right arm up and then bring my knees up, turn and rest here. And then slowly come up. I have my phone on airplane mode. I would never have my phone like near me if it's on while I'm doing Shavasana. Just want to give you a heads up. I don't need any EMFs coming into my field while I'm releasing and adjusting. And my body's integrating everything I just did. So I want to salute everybody. If you did this routine with me, I want to bow to you. And I'm just going to send you an all. You can join it if you like. Thank you, everyone. Bless you. Have a fantastic day or night or morning, whatever it is for you.